I have not been having very good last few days. I was heading outside of town to pick up a utility sink to use on a job site I'm working on, and you can see from the photo I post here the damage that I caused in my tire. Somehow there was a pair of pliers in the road, and so weird how they got jammed in my tire. The way they were jammed in the tire, it was crazy. I'm assuming that my front tire, when I ran over it, flipped them up in a way to make the back tire hit them the wrong way. But I don't have a spare on this vehicle, and the carriage that held it was broken, and the tire was so rusty and shot it wouldn't hold air anyway. So I took it out a couple years ago because I don't take this on long trips. But I always try to keep sticky rope kits with me. Unfortunately, I didn't have any in here. I took them out to make sure that there are some in my family vehicle, which my wife drives. You know, I always want that vehicle to be the one with the essentials. So I have so many tools in this vehicle. It took me a half hour to get them pulled out enough to see if I had any of these, and I didn't. But there was a gas station up about a quarter mile that way, so I walked over there, and they did have them. They were kind of pricey. They had just three sticky ropes in them, so I had to buy two. All I have is a hand pump, but I was glad to have it. So it's taken me a while to fill it up. It'd probably take a half hour to get it full enough to drive it. But I just wanted to document it. It's just been a crazy course of events lately in my life and my daily dealings. So I'm gonna keep pumping on here and see if I can get back on the road. What's crazy is that one of the handles of the pliers, it went in through the tire on the one hole. The other hole is like it went in between the plies of the rubber. So it didn't go all the way in, which I don't know if that means it's okay. I mean, it's holding air. I can't remember if I put 2 or 3 ropes in the one hole. Anyway, this vehicle actually is normally equipped with a pump, an air pump, with a long hose for filling tires, but it was connected with the air shocks. It was the same pump that would inflate the air shocks, but that pump, it's outrageously expensive, and it quit, and I didn't have the money to buy one, so I bypassed it and I put a Schrader valve on the back bumper, and I fill those air shocks manually. If I have a bigger load, I just add more air, and after I unload it, I just let some of the air out. Otherwise, I could have made swifter progress here. I don't hear any leaks. It's always a question if once the pressure gets up, if it's going to hold or not. What that is. Wasn't deep enough to cause a problem. I should have, not knowing if I was going to be successful at it, I didn't want to get my camera out. But now that it looks like it's going to get me on the road, I thought I could have done a video on how to use those sticky ropes. It's not that complicated if you've done it before, but sometimes it's some people haven't done it before. It's a nice thing to know how to do. Got her little bubble. I think I'm gonna call that good for now. I may not want to inflate it all the way. I don't want to stress the repair.